Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 4 of Innovate Daily. Today you're going to be doing more prototyping like yesterday, and you're going to get feedback on your product prototype. I'm going to walk you through the Texos today. It's actually a pretty simple day. So come on in the morning, and when you're in, anytime between sort of 9 and 6 p.m., even up to 9 p.m., read the case, a note on market research, and comment on the post on Facebook. I should be posting that shortly. And then in the morning from 9:30 up to when the lecture starts at 11 a.m., keep working on your yellow and blue prototypes from yesterday in Google presentation. I'll be floating around if you have any questions, but make as much progress as you can because in the afternoon, you're going to be getting feedback on them. We have a lecture with 2 more awesome speakers. Enjoy some lunch. And then in the afternoon, come back by 2 p.m. sharp, and you are going to, at your table, complete the Texo mock-up evaluation. And that runs from 2 to 2:20. It's super simple. Click on this. Indicate which prototype you think has more potential before getting feedback, whether it's the yellow one or the blue one. And then for that prototype that you think has more potential, write down what you think works, what could be improved, questions you have about your prototype, and any ideas that you think you want to incorporate. And the way to do that is I'd say what works. I think the login page is really smooth, right? Hit add, it should add it down here. What could be improved? And keep these to 1-sentence things. No need for long paragraphs, just really quick descriptions of what you think works and what could be improved for that prototype. And then when you're done, obviously click, so maybe you have a question, how does the user actually enter their information? Add, and you can just keep going. Click to submit the Texo. Return, obviously, to your list. You guys are probably getting pretty good at this. Great. Right, and go through, do that. And then after 20 minutes of doing that, also, and while you're doing that, you'll notice that there's sticky notes on your table that we've handed out during lunch. And on those sticky notes, it's going to be telling you where you're going to be for the next 3 feedback sessions. Either you're going to be at your team's table, giving feedback to another team, or you're going to be sent out from your team's table to a different table, and you're going to present your mock-up to that other team. So this is the feedback 1 session, which is going to run from 2:20 to 2:40, and on your sticky note, you're going to have a table you're going to go to that someone from your team is going to go to, and they're going to bring their laptop with them and present their the yellow prototype you guys have delivered to the other team, get feedback. Write that down on the feedback sheet we're going to be giving you guys. After 20 minutes of doing that, that person's going to return to their team's table and give feedback this time instead of actually presenting their prototype. And someone else from your team is going to go out and present your blue prototype to another team. And then we're going to do it one last time, and this time, as a team, you can select which prototype you would like to have presented the 3rd time around by someone from your team. After these 3 feedback sessions, you're going to enter in notes. So from 3:30 to 4:30, enter in notes from that feedback. And so there's 3 Texo feedback pages. So each person who went out and presented their prototype to another team, what they need to do is for the corresponding feedback session, just open that up and write in what the other team said about your prototype that worked, what could be improved, questions and ideas. And do this for each person would do it. So if I was the person who went out and presented the prototype during the 1st session, I would enter the notes here. If I was the person who went out during the 2nd session, the notes here. And if I was the person who went out in the 3rd session, I enter my notes here. And do this as a team. All do this together, sit near each other, and talk about the feedback you got as you're entering these notes in, so that as a team, you're all aware of what worked about your prototypes and what didn't. Then, starting at Friday, this is going to be the final submission for the week. This is what you're going to be working on all of Friday, is your Texo submission page. And if you open up this page, you're going to see which prototype has your team picked. Have you guys decided to go with your blue prototype in that idea, or your yellow prototype in that idea? It's time to select at 4:30 and roll with 1. Paste the link to that prototype. So if you pick the blue, paste the link to that Google presentation. In a separate video, I'm going to show you how to properly share the presentation. So it should work. Provide a link to your splash page. We're going to talk more about that on Friday, so don't worry about that right now. And then the couple other things that are going to be part of your final submission is the point of view for the startup that you came up with. Use an ideal user. Don't use someone's actual name from Innovate Delhi. Use something like a cash-strapped college student, or the sort of what is the prototypical user for you. Enter your startup's name. Always important to have a name, but don't freak out too much. One sentence describing your startup. So this is an example from Airbnb. Airbnb is a trusted community marketplace for people to list, discover, and book unique spaces around the world online for a mobile phone. If you can't get your idea down in one sentence, right, you need to refine your idea. And then a longer paragraph describing your startup. Don't go into the business models, describe what it's doing. So this is from a company called Relate IQ, and they automate, simplify, and deepen the way people engage in their professional relationships. And then it has examples of what it does and why you would want to use the product. And you are going to have till 6 p.m. on Friday to do this. This is going to be what you're going to be evaluated on during week 1. And so that's going to happen at 4:30. But the heart of the day is going to be this feedback session, and it's pretty simple. One person, again, from your group is going to go out to another team's table, present the idea, and then someone else from your group in session 2 will go out to another team's table, present the idea, and then someone else during session 3 will go out to another group, present the idea, and then you'll all come together for an hour, type up your notes from those feedback sessions, and then using that feedback, decide which prototype you're going to roll with for tomorrow. Cool, guys. See you soon.